absolutely. First of all, honored to be sitting by these two young men in between them. Mo Arnold, of course, a senior from Picayune, Mississippi. Okay, and of course Austin Crowley, senior from West Point, Mississippi. And I want to say for these two guys and our other four seniors, it's especially ending your season on a loss. It's and not accomplishing what you set out to accomplish. And there's a hurt in it. Guys that that are invested, it means a lot to, and it's emotional. And these two guys are hurting, and there's some other guys hurting. And anyway, but it's where we are. And but I'm very, very proud of them. It's been a real, probably the most type of season never really been a part of that had so many different types of challenges, injuries, and sicknesses and things like that. But for the most part, our guys fought through it despite some heavy odds at times, and I'm real proud of that. And we of course had high, lofty goals. Our goal now, and of course, beginning as we move into next year, is to win the Sun Belt Conference tournament and get to the NCAA, and just like the other schools in our league. And we fell a little bit short, and that's the hurtful thing. But after the hurt wears off, I can assure these guys, I know me and our staff, but we'll look back and be very proud of what our team did, but of course what guys like Mo and AC and our other seniors have meant to our program.
Open up now for questions.
Well, I don't think I made much of a positive difference, to be honest with you. It was great to be out there and be back in the flow a little bit. Of course, been out for 4.5 weeks, and first of all, I'm blessed just to be there and to have another shot at life, really, and then to be very honest with you, but it makes you put a lot of things in perspective, and again. I kind of wanted our players to just be back around them and kind of be involved in the intensity of the game. Of course, I had an agreement with my cardiologist to make sure I, tried to be as low key as possible. But it was great to be down there. It really was, and I wish I could have made a better difference.
Okay, Paul.
Coach Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports Pittsburgh Radio. How tough is it to win in this Sun Belt Conference tournament?
Well, we have a great league, and of course, we transferred or transitioned in from Conference USA, and I thought Conference USA, to be very honest with you, had really good men's basketball, and I didn't really know what to expect. But there was a very nominal difference, if at all. Great coaching in our league, great players. And of course, it's tough every night. And I've always said, I said it last year and I'll say it again this year, there's just not a lot of difference between 1 and 14 at the end of the year. There's really not. And it's very minimal. And I think that we have a great league. And I really would love to see our league get more national attention because I think it deserves it. And I think we're certainly worthy of multi-bids. I think this year we have a couple of teams that are worthy of not just our automatic bid, but of course another at-large or two. And I'd love to see us work toward that.
If I could follow up on that, what have you learned about the Sun Belt Conference now being there for a couple of years?
Well, again, I think what I've learned is and of course very familiar because a lot of the teams were always in Southern Miss's footprint. So, I was always familiar with Louisiana and Monroe and, of course, South Alabama, even back to the time that I played at Southern Miss in the 80s. We always played those teams. So to be able to join the Sun Belt Conference, have those natural rivalries kind of now where they really, really mean something. They're not non-conference games, they're conference games. But, again, not really knowing how good it was inside and out, particularly the teams up on the Eastern Seaboard. Never had really had a lot of experience with them. At Texas State, another school, not a lot of experience with them, but how good that they really are, and they put a lot into basketball. So that's exciting to me, and we're proud to be a part of it.
One from Scott back here.
Austin, Mo, I know this program has been a lot to you guys. Just tell me, what the ride has been like for you guys, and especially having Coach Ryder back with you guys today for this game. What that means.
It means a lot, just to have him on the sideline with us. He's a great basketball mind, a lot of wisdom of the game. So just to have him on our side is always a plus. This team in this city has meant a lot to me. They welcomed me in with open arms, and they allowed me to be myself. They allowed me to be Austin Crowley, and that's all I can thank them for. And just I'm thankful to be a Golden Eagle at the end of the day. I will forever be a Golden Eagle. I'm thankful to have the guys that were with me on side of me these last 2 years, and I wish I could have did a lot more for us. I take the blame; it's my fault. But I'm just glad to be a Golden Eagle though.
To follow up on what AC said, this program means a lot to me. A lot of people don't know. Before I came here, I was working at Walmart and just a regular old nobody. And I'm thankful that Coach Ladd gave me the opportunity to come here and develop into the person that I developed it to. It's tough not capitalizing to the max. It's tough not winning, but I'm always be grateful for this opportunity. I know a lot of guys don't get this opportunity, and I just want to thank Coach Ladd.
Coach, a few questions here from Zoom. Coach, even with the early exits of the last 2 seasons, can you speak to how far the guys here at the table and in the locker room have brought this program in 2 years?
Really amazing. These 2 young men, we have a saying at Southern Miss called that we kind of take pride in. It's not just the basketball program, but overall as a school, Southern Miss grit. And I can't think of 2 young men that exemplify Southern Miss grit more than these 2, because of course I see it on a daily basis, the toughness exhibited, playing through pain, injury, good, bad, just amazing. And it's very motivating to me to have the opportunity to work with them on a daily basis. But 2 years ago, we won 7 ball games, and of course now we've 25, and of course we not quite there this year, 16, but average 20, 21 over the last 2 years. And so they've raised the standard, they've reversed the course of the program, and for that I will forever be grateful for these young men, and of course their teammates for what in last year as well, for what they've done. And again, it's not easy to change the trajectory of a program, and especially coming off of a 7-win season, but they did it, and it takes not just great talent, but it takes incredible courage, toughness, and they're winners. And so that's the legacy they'll leave. And I know it's emotional. We told them out in the hallway, after the emotions of this wear off, they'll look back with great pride at what they've accomplished over the last 2 years.
And then, Coach, obviously this season's been riddled with injuries and off-the-court issues. What have you seen from this team to be able to press through all of that?
Yeah, just some of that Southern Miss grit. They've got it. It just seemed like every day, even going back we lose Neftali Alvarez, of course, someone that we were counting on to have a great year for us. We lose him in preseason, and it just seemed literally like every day that would be something different, and but they were resilient, and it was just a next guy up. I mean, we had games where we would have 3 or 4 guys out, starters that would have been projected starters, and the guys just stepped in there and got it done. It's really, like I said, but when you look back in retrospect, I think after a little bit of time and the emotions of tonight's loss wear off, I'm going to be very proud of what they accomplished.
Go ahead, Paul.
Coach, one more question. Your fan base, I remember last year, they bring it. You get a lot of fans here that travel to
Yeah.
Oklahoma. I thought they traveled well to tonight as well.
Yeah.
Just talk about the fan base.
They're awesome. I was talking, of course, our athletic director here, Jeremy McLean. We were talking last night at our women's game. Came over to support them, and we were talking about how we, finished last year, of course, #1, and how we had a great crowd here in the quarterfinal game, and of course came up short against South Alabama. But we had it set up, and if we could have just survived into the finals, we think we would have probably filled this place up. So, our fan base is they love to win. They expect to win in all sports. And we're very, very thankful for that. I'm very thankful to be part of a school, an athletic program that has incredible tradition, and their fan base expects you to win. And when you win, when you lose, they'll let you know about it. But when you win, they'll let you know about it too in a good way, and they'll support you. And we had a great crowd. I think probably the strongest fan base of any of the schools or that I've seen, of course, so far. And but you guys, dang, we were just, if we could just hungry. Y'all would have really seen something. I'll just say that if we could have made it to Sunday or Monday, I promise you, we'd have filled this place up.
Scott.
Coach, I know a lot's transpired with your health over the last month. What are your plans as far as coaching next season? Have you thought about that?
My plans, if Joe Paul and Jeremy McClain will have me, I want to be right there coaching. That's my plan.
Southern Miss grit, baby.
Maybe, I haven't thought about anything else. I'm like Waylon Jennings said, I'm too dumb and too ugly, So I love coaching basketball. Most of all, though, love working with young men, and I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. And I truly feel like God has put me on this earth to do that. And whether that's at Southern Miss or somewhere else, but I certainly hope it's at Southern Miss. That's my plan.
Mo, Austin, I'm not trying to break camper real, but like just, in the off season, if there's kids that want to come to Southern Miss, what would you say, about this coaching staff, this program? You know what I mean?
I would say this is one team that allows you to be yourself. I was at a place before. I'm not talking bad about it, but sometimes I felt like I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be the player I wanted to be. And since day one, Coach Ladner brought me in. He's like, I need you to be you. That's the only way we're gonna be. That's the only way we're gonna win. So, I think that's something that's underrated. A lot of times, a lot of schools bring you in and try to transition you into being a different person. But here, they allow you to be yourself, allow you to just develop your skills and be a better person, not just on the court, but also off the court. And I can't thank them enough. So, if you want to, be yourself and be the best basketball player that you think you could be, this coaching staff has nothing but the confidence in their players, and I thank them for that. Without them, I don't think I would be here. I don't think I would be mentally who I am, who I think I am, and I thank them for that.
Yeah, I think AC hit it right on the head. A lot of schools don't allow you to be yourself, and that's the biggest thing with me. Like I said, they gave me a chance when nobody else would. So I would encourage you to come to Southern Miss because it's a great place to develop as a person and develop as a player.
Coach, when you get home and turn the page, we got a big offseason coming up. We got the seniors, the renovations. What are some of the things you're hoping to accomplish over the next 7 months?
Well, things have changed so much in the way things are in the off season. There really is no more off season, and that's probably why I had a heart attack. Because you go from there is no break anymore, and dealing with the challenges that we have now in the landscape of college basketball. Of course, I'm sure the football coaches say the same thing, but recruiting, of course, is of utmost priority, and now you have to recruit all the own players that you want to return from your own team. That's a challenge because people want to, of course, come in and grab the ones that are higher achievers, and then but we have to get out. We got some shoes too big, four big shoes to fill, of course, right here, as well as their teammates, and NIL, of course, a big challenge. I mean, it's a very, very challenging and complex thing now to coach basketball, at this level. And but it's exciting. I welcome the challenges with open arms. Recruiting has never stopped. It's of course we're in the process of recruiting. We think we're involved with a lot of really, really good players. And again, what we want to do is carry on the momentum that these young men and their of course their teammates have created. So it'll be right to recruiting and getting ready for next season for sure. There's really no time to take off and have a vacation, you know.
Last question in the back with Scott here.
Coach, the job that Juan Cardona did, you know, while you were away, a lot of trust between you guys.
Yes.
Can you just talk about that?
Yeah.
Just the,
Juan is he like them, and of course our other. I always want to make sure I mention our other coaches as well. Nick Williams and Isaiah Carson and them as a group. We have a thing in our basketball program that we call La Familia. You've probably been from WDM. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And what that means is family and you know, love of each other and look out just like a regular family. They look out for each other, and when somebody needs some help, and in my case, unexpectedly, I had a health scare, and I mean they all, you know, stepped up, and all of them took on more responsibility, and you know, Juan and Nick and Zay are all outstanding. First of all and foremost, they're outstanding men and role models for our players. And secondly, they're outstanding basketball coaches, and they work so well together. And but I thought they did a tremendous job of not only just holding things together but moving things forward. And I'm again, like these players, I'm forever indebted to them for that.